Getting some blazer work done today. 1-inch body lift, new body mounts, new aluminum radiator with electric fans. Then I delete the fan that's in there. And new mufflers, take the headers off, paint the block. New intake, new carburetor. Check out my YouTube channel right there, Working Man's Restorations. Okay, first thing we're going to work on is this nice radiator. I'll go ahead and look up the brand and stuff from when I bought it. It's got nice good lines for the automatic transmission. Everything looks real good, looks real good quality. All the welds look nice. I've had this for quite a while now. I just don't know where the wiring went for the fans, but that's something we can figure out later. But what we got to do first, drain the radiator with that little petcock down there, and then take the coolant lines off and get working on swapping this over here. I was going to wait till I could detail the engine bay to put all that in first, but I'll never get it done if I wait for that. And also this is going to delete the fan, so I got to take the fan blade off. Always make sure you have the proper tool for the proper job, which in the Working Man's Restoration shop is whatever works, use it. That's okay. Right. So I went and took the 1/2-inch bolts off for the fan, so the fan's off. And I think these bolts are going to be too long to replace back in, so I might go to the hardware store, pick up some fine threaded bolts that are a lot shorter to put them on there. And I got the radiator out, drained it in my bucket here. I noticed that my coolant's pretty bad, so I'm definitely gonna need a flush. I wish I would have done that before. Pulled the radiator out, of course, but I'm gonna go ahead and get some degreaser and spray some of this down, at least clean up what I can do with a rag. You know, trying to get the, you know, under the hood to match what the outside looks like. I need to paint my brake can. I have new valve covers. Oh, I also found out I have a deep dish transmission pan. So since the transmission lines are off and I lost a little bit of fluid, I'm going to go ahead and do that too. I did have these headers powder coated at one time and it didn't work. So I don't know if I'm going to go ahead and just try to paint them black, but I do want to get the motor painted. I have a new intake. And they say there's two different types of people. Those who like Holly and those who don't know how to work on them. And I'm one that don't know how to work on them. So I'm easier. Edelbrock usually works easier for me. But I'm going to go ahead and spray some degreaser down here and clean this up while I got the radiator out. We got the radiator to go back in there. I had these new bushings sitting around. But it does just fit right back in the factory holes. I'm not going to put the top hose on for now. And I have to relocate where I put the relays and stuff to get it wired up. But I put the transmission lines in. They're all bolted up. Bottom radiator hose. I just got to tighten that up, put this back on. The only thing I notice it's going to suck is the radiator cap is really close to the corner. But hopefully I don't have to mess with it too much. So on to the next thing. All right, in here it says, let's see here, this kit could be installed in a few hours. This is a B&M deep, look at that, nice and deep transmission pan. Even says B&M there on the bottom. Now this one has an extra hole in the side for a temp sensor, which will actually be pretty nice, and then the hole in the bottom. So I'm reading the directions here, and it says, let's see, manager drain plug. It says, try to raise 1.5 feet to have plenty of room to work easily underneath. Okay, let's see here. Raise it 1.5 feet, 2 feet, huh? I don't think I'm gonna need to do that. And then my wife's under her blazer here, spraying Rust Performer and stuff, and she's taking a look at it and saying, you know how this is nice with this look with a 4-inch lift? I just happen to have a brand new one in the box sitting here for it. So looks like we'll be putting a 4-inch lift in old 73, right? Yes, sir. Okay, so what we're going to start doing is we'll loosen a couple of these bolts here in the middle, but mainly starting with this one, these two right here. And what you want to do is just loosen it and use your jug to catch what flows out under the front. I don't think this one had a drain pan. I think this is definitely one of the reasons why I wanted to get another one. Yeah, I gotta do something with my headers. And I gotta do something. Looks like I got an oil leak. So, yeah, I need to get work done going on here. I almost pulled her off the road and parked her again, but that would have been a big mistake. But tomorrow we're going to go ahead and take them glass packs off. We're going to cut them off and put new mufflers on to make it quieter to pass the state law inspection. But we're going to go ahead and replace this transmission pan here. And it's looking like, should be able to see it from outside maybe. So it might be a nice looker too. So, all right, I'm gonna just like that. There it is. We got we put tape on there. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yep. We put threaded tape on there. This had a nice washer to it, 3/4 inch bolt. Just do not tighten this up hard. All I did was put my hand on the end of the ratchet and just tightened it up. You can always go back and tighten it more later. I have bad luck with transmission pan gaskets, but I really like the fit. I couldn't find any silicone, so I just stuck the gasket on there, held the pan up, started putting bolts in, gasket stayed. So that's it for now. This is how much transmission fluid came out, but we're going to go ahead and put new in anyway, even though it looks pretty good. That's the only little bit of filings we got, but this fluid isn't that old either. So on to the next part. Okay, so that bolt right there, it's spinning on the other side, so that means I got to take the grill out and get into the thing in there. I got the one bolt out right there that goes under here, right there. Yep. But then I went to get this one out, and it spins inside the body. So there's a couple different ways to do it, but I think I'm gonna have to drill a hole in my floor right around there. That's not what I'm wanting to do. Then there's a spot underneath that I could cut it and kind of put like a pie shape, but I don't really want to do that. And then we got this mount right here and back there. So I'm working on it. It's just not getting that easy. So I'm having some troubles with like dog tracking and stuff. I've had new U-bolts for a while. I don't like this style that come up from the bottom, but if you could see right in there, you look for wear marks, and I've tightened them bolts up several times, and on that side over there you can almost see, it almost looks like a gap. I don't know that there really is one, but looking from the other side you can see real rust marks. So I'm going to take them U-bolts off. I'm going to put my new ones on. I wanted to powder coat them first. They go around the bottom and you tighten the bolts up at the top. But then I'm also under here looking. This is the bolt that won't come loose. So I'm going to I could cut it right here, a slat to fit a wrench in. But then, I don't know, I don't like that idea. But that one I did get off. And then I'm over here looking, and there's no nut on the end of that shock bolt, and it actually comes right out. So that's not good. But there's my exhaust leak from my header, so not really sure how I'm going to fix that yet. I've put gaskets in it, I've done all kinds of stuff, so I might end up getting, because that's a metal gasket, I might take 2 regular gaskets and put one on each side, and then almost silicone it with stuff. We'll go from there. But I got new plates too from ORD. They cut them out of like 3/4 inch, so they look way cooler than those. So I'm going to take all this off, but I'm laying under here dreading the thoughts of getting to those right there. Those are not going to be fun. But tomorrow I got to take the exhaust off to get these cherry bombs off. So, and it looks like I need a pinion seal too. That's leaking. But I'm going to try to get to that bolt right there real quick. Hopefully it comes off. Wish me luck. I got to quit doing burnouts.
What? You got to quit doing burnouts?
Yeah, there's a lot of cleanup involved down here. This is all, I'm telling YouTube here, that I've cleaned and cleaned and cleaned and washed and washed and washed, trying to get all this rubber off of here.
You know, you just gotta go so fast that the rubber don't stick. That's how Lucille is. There ain't no rubber under her. And you'd think there'd be a lot of rubber under her. There ain't none. You just gotta go so fast the rubber just flies off.
My wife under there is undercoating and painting underneath of her blazer there, which she decided to 4-inch lift. I'm going to go ahead and keep going on it. This is all wet, needs to be torn out anyway. I bought another back seat, so that one's coming out. It's just all, you know, trying to get away with being lazy, I guess. I got to quit that. So it's dinner time, and I needed to take all this apart anyway and clean it up. Otherwise, it's going to be bad. So anyway, that's it for now.